Welcome to the Fast Leader Podcast, where we explore convenient yet effective shortcuts that will help you get ahead and move forward faster by becoming a better leader. And now, here's your host, customer and employee engagement expert, and certified emotional intelligence practitioner, Jim Rimbach.
Need a powerful and entertaining way to ignite your next conference, retreat, or team building session? My keynotes don't include magic, but they do have the power to help your attendees take a leap forward by putting emotional intelligence into their employee engagement, and customer-centric leadership practices. So bring the infotainment creativity of the Fast Leader Show to your next event, and I'll help your attendees get over the hump now. Go to beyondmorale.com/speaking to learn more. Okay, Fast Leader Legion, today I'm excited because I have somebody on the show who, to me, is someone of inspiration that we can all learn something from. Megan Constantino was born and raised in Beckley, West Virginia, with her older sister who just won Teacher of the Year in Raleigh, West Virginia County Schools. And as a young girl, Megan was known for talking. Megan has networked since birth, so a career in public relations flowed naturally. But bigger than business, she believes anything is possible with God's will and relentless hard work. With his help, Megan has overcome some unique life challenges, including conquering an eating disorder as well as infertility. Her and her husband shared their journey in marriage and parenthood very publicly to create awareness and hope for others in similar situations. This included national media interviews such as being a guest on the Steve Harvey Show and an article in Parade magazine. Megan's life experiences have instilled a perspective in her of confidence and courage, making anything possible. She has a life's mission to help others reach higher. Megan is the Chief Creative Officer of Parachute Partners. For more than a decade, Megan has helped to build brands through marketing, public relations, business acceleration strategies, social media strategies, advertising, branding, event planning, and product placement. She's been responsible for marketing and public relations for a host of organizations across a range of industries, including higher education, sports, nonprofits, established corporations, and startups. Her clients have been featured in the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Inc., Entrepreneur, Women's Health, Parade Magazine, BBC, as well as on television shows such as The Steve Harvey Show. Megan now resides in St. Petersburg, Florida, as the proud wife of Frank and mother of Blake, their miracle 18-month-old son. Megan Constantino, are you ready to help us get over the hump?
Yes, absolutely. And I have to say, just being quiet during that short period of time was a challenge for me.
Okay, I've given our listeners a little bit about you, but can you tell us what your current passion is so that we can get to know you even better?
Sure. I'm living my dream. I have longed to live in sunny Southern Florida for many years. And I feel that everything in my life, work related and personal, has led me to where I am personally and professionally. I have started my own company. I finally jumped out front there, and I'm having an exhausting but exciting ball serving really world-renowned leaders, amazing companies, and helping them grow their business in this world.
Yeah, and I appreciate all the work that you're doing. And that's, one of the things that I really wanted to have you on the show for was because in today's world, I think that everybody who wants to make a difference and make an impact really has to improve and enhance their own PR skills. And so when you start thinking about that it's a more social world, those that are creating an environment and an inviting, platform and things like that are the ones who are going to be chosen, followed, admired, respected. I mean, all of those things that we talk about in regards to leading. But when you think about folks and really that issue that many of them have associated with not or being afraid, to put themselves out there, being afraid to, really be public. I mean, what would you say to those folks?
Well, holy smokes, I can completely understand what they go through because I'm used to my clients being on your show. And when you asked me to join you, I nearly fainted. So I can empathize with first the fact that it's hard to promote yourself. And sometimes you need someone who is outside of the box, outside of the picture to step in. And then secondly, you're busy, you're doing the work. You need someone behind the scenes to help you research, to look at new opportunities, and to do a whole lot of scrappy work to get your message in front of new audiences. And that's my passion.
I think you bring up a really important point that so many folks really are maybe they just don't have exposure to. Like one of the things that I talk about is that ignorance. If you look up ignorance in the dictionary, what the definition means is really it's innocent unknowing. However, the word ignorant or ignorance has really gotten a negative connotation in our society. And so no one wants to say, well, I was just ignorant about it, because they don't want to look dumb. But the fact is that I think so many people are just ignorant in regards to, like, for example, everybody says everybody has a book in them, right? So write your book, and then, there you go. But the fact is that writing the book is really the simple part of actually being published and being recognized. The harder part is promoting it.
Absolutely. Really, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, many months in advance at times. And you're doing a really, really fine-tuned strategy. And, my favorite quote, and probably every person I've ever had a long discussion about marketing or promotions with, I always say to them, it's always about the right person asking or offering the right thing at the right time in the right way. And sometimes it takes 5 times of that. So it is a marathon and not a sprint, and it does require resilience. But I think my real key is that I'm an encourager, and the people I work with, they know they're not alone. They're not alone at 8 a.m. They're not alone at 8 p.m. My eyes and ears are out there on their behalf at all time. And to me, that is a mission, and it brings fulfillment to me to see them grow and to see them move forward and to come on programs like your show.
And I think, and I appreciate you sharing that, because I think we all need to be reminded of those things, because I work with a lot of folks who are working within organizations who I think have that same, you want to call it a platform problem, PR problem. I have one of my very good friends, a senior level leader in a very large organization, really got the comment from folks internally that you're not known in the industry. And then they viewed that as something that was a potential antagonist or preventative thing to help him to move on to yet even larger responsibilities with the organization. So I don't think anymore that it's a situation where it's just the entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, authors, even companies that have to really think about PR. It's also the individual.
Yes, whether you like it or not, everyone out there listening, you have a personal brand. You can choose to mold and craft that in the direction that you want to go, or you can let it be as it is. And obviously, people are going to have their own opinions, but you have the opportunity to craft and move in the direction you want. And social media has leveled the playing field, but I think more than that, I think people need guidance. They need a mentor. And really, you just need someone there to encourage you as well. And then there's ultimately that busy executive you mentioned. They don't have the time to monitor. So it continually changes. Every day, something new has changed. You just have to stay on top of it.
Yeah, and I think you brought up a good point as far as a specialization, is what as you were saying that, I started thinking about, for me, while you and I mean, we've been working in social media and doing all that for, many, many, many years. I mean, so it's easy for us to pick up the things that do change and shift, and we can switch gears. But gosh, I mean, to be able to, put all of that and what we know into somebody else's hands that now has to do it, it's not an easy thing. I mean, it takes a lot of effort.
It is extremely overwhelming, even for someone like myself that is, neck deep in the industry all day, every day, the full marketing gamut. It's ever changing and it's exhausting.
I think sometimes we also can get exhausted because of having to get over humps. And goodness knows, some of us have to keep getting over the same one. Speaking for myself. But can you think of a time where you've had to get over the hump and it really made a difference for you and it really gave you that inspiration? Can you share that story?
Oh, yes. This may be one of your juiciest you've had yet, because really it's a personal story, but it rolls into my entire life experience. I've had several humps. One, I overcame an eating disorder. I did not do that alone. And I shared about it in a very public way, both for myself and to help others. And it took a lot of faith, effort, and, courage. So fast forward to my adulthood, every position I've ever had has been reaching higher, perhaps stepping into situations I'm not comfortable with. So my entire career has been nothing but overcoming humps to get into straight stretch hurdles to the next hump. So fast forward to 2 years ago, as you mentioned at the beginning of the show, how in the world did I end up on Steve Harvey in front of 3 million people talking about infertility? That's quite the hump right there. I basically went on national television and shared about one of probably the most uncool, unsexy things you can think about out there, but it was completely driven by God. Our families were hesitant, nervous, but supported us. And I'm telling you, that hump in itself was larger than just overcoming infertility. It completely changed my mindset on life as a whole. There is a solution. There is a possibility out there. So we dove in, we went on that national TV show. It turned out the best it possibly could. And God gave us our baby boy. I was pregnant literally a month later. So how about that? You probably can't. So from that hump, I got a baby bump.
Well, we're friends on Facebook, so I get the opportunity to see some of your pictures of being on the beach when it's cold where I am, although I'm not even that far north. But so I'm really happy for you and Frank that you've been able to have that gift be given to you. And hopefully there's more to come. But I know you have a lot of things going on. You know, yes, you launched a new business, and I love your tagline. Please say it real quick.
We jump with you. It's Parachute Partners, and our website is www.wejumpwithyou.com, because when you're going to jump out into a new area of business or a new area in your life and you need quality, affordable, and hand-in-hand partnership, that's us. We will jump with you. If you're going to jump from an airplane, we will be your tandem partner with that parachute.
So when you start thinking about all the things that you have going on, family, business, I mean, what are some of your goals?
Well, my first and foremost goal is to continue learning this parenting thing. I'm understanding that I actually probably will never be an expert at this, and it will continue to change. I will say that parenting is the most exhausting and absolutely most rewarding role in my life. And the things that I'm learning as a parent, I'm also applying in my professional life. For example, if you are present and work very hard, be completely focused, give your best. The same thing with my child and working remote. I struggle with that. There's a hump for you. A ping goes off on my phone. I need to spend time with my son. Do I answer that client's email? So that's actually a challenge that I'm going through. But everything that led from the humps, the reason I launched my business was, to be honest with you, my husband lost the position that brought us here. So I had this moment of opportunity, and I had been feeling like it was time to go out on my own. And at that point, I jumped. I decided that now's the time. I'm working hard. I may as well work hard and do exactly what I want and serve the types of folks that I want. So I would say that almost an aha moment, an epiphany, as you call it, happened when Frank lost that job. And actually, shortly thereafter, Frank did get a new and amazing position. But here I am. Had he not lost that position, I would not have felt the courage and the motivation to go ahead and do what my heart's desire and what I knew that I had in me. And I've only been in business for myself now for like 4 months, and it just feels so natural. And the appreciation and the satisfaction and results, they're there. It's amazing.
And the Fast Leader Legion wishes you the very best. Now, before we move on, let's get a quick word from our sponsor. The number one thing that contributes to customer loyalty is emotions. So move onward and upward faster by gaining significantly deeper insight and understanding of your customer journey and personas with emotional intelligence. With your empathy mapping workshop, you'll learn how to evoke and influence the right customer emotions that generate improved customer loyalty and reduce your cost to operate. Get over your emotional hump now by going to empathymapping.com to learn more. All right, here we go, Fast Leader listeners. It's time for the Hump Day Hoedown. Okay, Megan, the Hump Day Hoedown is a part of our show where you give us good insights fast. So I'm going to ask you several questions, and your job is to give us robust yet rapid responses that are going to help us move onward and upward faster. Megan Constantino, are you ready to hoe down?
I'm ready to hoe down.
All right. So what do you think is holding you back from being an even better leader today?
Delegation. I like to do it all myself, Jim.
What is the best leadership advice you have ever received?
Probably, I would say fewer and bigger. I tend to want to do it all, to have my cake and eat it too. And sometimes you have to pare it back and focus and do fewer and bigger.
What is one of your secrets that you believe contributes to your success?
I'm a natural connector. I look at every relationship and every opportunity and I analyze it and find every which possible way that I can make a difference.
What do you feel is one of your best tools that helps you lead in business or life?
So I'm going to default to technology. And I love my project management system because I don't have a virtual assistant. So I send myself reminders to remind my clients that they're coming on your show, Jim.
What is that tool?
Basecamp.
What would be one book that you'd recommend to our listeners? And it could be from any genre.
Just one? I have 3. One is Each Moment We're Alive. It's a musical and photographic story inspired by cancer survivors. And that's by Deborah Alt. And you can find that on deborahsong.com. Karen Hurt's Winning Well, A Manager's Guide to Getting Results Without Losing Your Soul. It's written in plain English. It's fun and it's real. And then Chris Edmonds' The Culture Engine, a framework for driving results, inspiring your employees, and transforming your workplace. And it is the real deal.
Okay, Fast Leader listeners, you can find links to that and other bonus information from today's show by going to fastleader.net/Megan Constantino. Okay, Megan, this is my last Hump Day Hoeing question. Imagine you were given the opportunity to go back to the age of 25, and you've been given the opportunity to take the knowledge and skills that you have now back with you. But you can't take everything. You can only choose one. So what skill or piece of knowledge would you take back with you, and why?
I would take courage. Because at 25 years old, I worked for a university that was ran in a very unhealthy way. And today that university is closed. And I imagine not only myself, but probably all the faculty and staff would agree, and they would take courage back. I'm not going to name the university because half of them will probably listen to this once I share it on social media, but I would take courage back because I could have been the change that was needed.
Megan, it was an honor to spend time with you today. Can you please share with Fast Leader listeners how they can connect with you?
Sure. You can find me on Facebook. Just look me up, me or our company, Parachute Partners. Or you can email me if you have any questions. If you want to get together, have a chat and brainstorm, I can be reached at megan@wejumpwithyou.com.
Megan Constantino, thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom. The Fast Leader Legion honors you and thanks you for helping us get over the hump. Thank you for joining me on the Fast Leader Show today. For recaps, links from every show, special offers, and access to download and subscribe, if you haven't already, head on over to fastleader.net so we can help you move onward and upward faster.